So I'm going to create the database bookstore, which I'm recording. Yes. So I just created a bookstore database. And I'm going to create a user bond with password equal to password. And I'm going to grant all privileges on database bookstore to bond. And now we should be able to connect to Postgres with username bond and password password. And this is at localhost / bookstore $SSL mode disable. And it's a bit of magic. Let's try it. cd into go source GitHub goes to 11 Golang web dev, and this is 044 16 go run main.gov. You connected to your database. So I did a ping here, and if it errored, I would have panicked and my program would have shut down. And if it didn't shut down, it printed out you connected to your database. And then it exited, right? Because it deferred the close of the database. So I wish I was more clear on this, and we'll explore it, maybe gain clarity together. But who has questions? Like, I have questions about this line, right? It's just kind of like, cool, just grabbed it. And we looked at it a little bit in the previous video. But, you know, right here in package SQL, we go get drivers. Let me open that in its own window. And we look at the drivers and we say, okay, I want a Postgres driver. And here's a Postgres driver, so we go there. And then here at Postgres, we come down and it says, hey, for documentation, go here. So we go to godoc.org, package PG, Postgres. And it says we could make our connection string. You know, here's one connection string. Like we have to, you know, we've got database SQL, which is standard library. And then we have the Postgres driver, and we just throw it away. You know, so we say, get this code. We need it to drive everything in the background, but we're not going to use it. So the alias is going to be the blank identifier, the underscore. And that underscore, Golang, spec, and effective go. We could come in and we could look for that underscore just to, I'm just going to search for that underscore. There's 125 instances of it. So I'm going to put a space in front of it. Now there's 12. The underscore character is considered a letter. Okay. And the final incoming parameter in a function signature may have a type prefixed with ... A function such is called variadic. And so here's just assigned to nothing and assigned to nothing. The blank identifier is represented by the underscore character. It serves as an anonymous placeholder instead of a regular non-blank identifier and has special meaning in declarations as an operand and in assignments. So it's the blank identifier, kind of a mysterious figure, right? An anonymous placeholder instead of a regular non-blank identifier. And it has special meanings in declarations as an operand and in assignments. So we can look at declarations, and you know, where are we on that? Declarations was right about down here. Let's see if we can find declarations. Declarations in scope. So we can look in here for the blank identifier. There's the blank identifier under declarations. And again, I just was wondering if it'd say more about it. So we could scroll through the rest of those and just see if there's anything else about the blank identifier. An import. An import declaration declares a dependency relation between the importing and imported package. So dependency between the importing and the imported package. It is so the importing, right? This is the package that's importing. This is the one that's being imported. So there's a dependency. This package here that's importing depends upon this package to run. So an import declaration declares a dependency between the importing and imported package. It is illegal for a package to import itself directly or indirectly, or to directly import a package without referring to any of its exported identifiers. To import a package solely for its side effects initialization, use the blank identifier as explicit package name. So we're initializing, like when our program gets initialized, this runs initialization code, which is the driver, which allows our SQL to drive this database. Cool, so we understand that. We gained a little insight. And we also learned a little bit about the blank identifier. And you also saw kind of how to look at something which is confusing and try to find clarity on it. I think that's a good chunk for this video, and we'll continue exploring this in the next video.